Dak Prescott is by far the favorite to win Comeback Player of the Year. He's plus 175. So close to 2-1. The next closest people are 6-1, and there are 3 of them. Are there any players that y'all can think of that you would put in the mix for Comeback Player of the Year besides Dak?
God, who had major injury and missed a lot of season last year?
Just remember, I mean, that is true, but also remember, it can mean that you sucked last year. That is a component by
which... Because in 2022, I wonder this. Is Deshaun Watson going to be the leader, or what he has to come back
I believe
from,
he will be.
Will they not allow it?
I think they will.
Is Carson Wentz on here?
Carson Wentz is 6th on the list at 9-1.
Because he sure did suck last year.
Yes, but see, just to show you, he's 6th on the list, and he is eligible for the award by just being terrible.
Joe Burrow on the list?
Joe Burrow is tied for 2nd at 6-1.
Mike, do you think Joe Burrow can have a better year than Herbert this year?
No. Not than Herbert. Not than Dak. I think Dak will have a better year than Burrow.
Okay, because that's an interesting storyline for me, Kevin, because I think Joe Burrow has stacked wide receivers.
Yeah.
And I love them. And I think Justin Herbert is just extremely talented. So that one is really exciting to me.
Burrow has 1.3 seconds to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, that offensive line is still dicey for sure.
All right. Saquon Barkley's always injured, right?
Saquon Barkley is on there, as is Christian McCaffrey. So it goes Barkley, Burrow, and McCaffrey. Those are the trios that are the most likely to compete with Dak.
I got not an injury person.
Okay.
This is, except for his injury is bad decisions. Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston is on the list at 20-1. So it goes like this.
I'll take that bet right there.
I don't think that's a bad bet. Joe Mixon and Jameis Winston, 20-1. Derwin James and Sam Darnold and Von Miller, 16-1. Julio Jones, that's interesting.
What is he coming back from?
14-1 from stinking. 14-1. Carson Wentz, 9-1. Nick Bosa, 7-1. And the McCaffrey, Burrow, and Barkley, 6-1. And Dak, plus 175. So
I'll tell you what, Barkley and McCaffrey are more competition than I thought.
Because if they stay healthy, they could put up crazy statistics.
Right. If let's just say McCaffrey or Barkley, because they're used similarly.
Yes.
Similarly.
Thank you.
No.
They can put up 2,500 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then all of a sudden, I do think it's a competition. If Dak, let's just say the Giants, it won't happen. I mean, we're America's team.
Thank you, Mike.
Like the Giants win the division. Like it's so preposterous because the Cowboys.
That's who you picked to win the division.
I know. I said it, but let's just look at the history. The Cowboys haven't lost the division since 1960.
No, they haven't lost it. Other teams have won it.
That is
Thank you, Mike. That's a really good point.
I don't agree with that.
And I remember last year us in the Super Bowl.
No.
What about
Nope.
What about Tim Tebow? Would he be able to
man,
player of the year?
You know what? That sounded like some sarcasm, but I'll tell you what, I do not see Tim Tebow on the board, but I feel like if he put up 6 touchdowns, it's over. Like you're giving him that award.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if he catches one, you might as well just say that's it right there. He did it. He did something nobody thought he could do. Alex Smith, as soon as he stepped on the football field last year, won it, right?
Yeah.
It didn't take him doing anything.
I take it back. I do see Tim Tebow here. He is only 33-1, which I think that is spectacularly too low for his odds.
I'm trying to Google real quick, which I'm slow typer. NFL Comeback Player of the Year awards. How many times does it go to a non-quarterback? I feel like most awards now, they just try to give everything to a quarterback offensively. Except for if a running back has a great year like Derrick Henry, they'll be like, make him the offensive player of the year in some random award we give.
Yeah.
But MVP, like those guys don't count.
All right, I'm looking at it right now.
3 years. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we got Alex Smith, Tannehill, Andrew Luck over the last 3. Then you got Keenan Allen, Jordy Nelson, Eric Berry, Gronkowski. But then, Mike, you have pretty much 10 years out of the next 11 that were all quarterbacks. Okay. So yeah, it is it frequently is quarterbacks going into it. And again, Kevin, what was it, 3 years ago? We were Travis Frederick should win this thing.
I absolutely agree with that.
I mean, like, look at what he had to go through, but a quarterback gets it.
And then he retired.
Yeah, and then he was like, you know what? If they're not going to give me the award I deserve, then I don't want the NFL anymore. Pretty sure that's what he said.
I don't think that's why he retired. All right. So
MVP.
But you feel comfortable with Dak being the definite
Favorite,
leading candidate for comeback player of the year. All sarcasm aside, I definitely
all
do.
Sarcasm, because look, I'm not thinking that this is going to be a good year for the Dallas Cowboys. I do think Dak will win this award.
If he plays, does he have to play all the games?
I'll say 14 of the 17.
I agree.
All right. If he plays that many games, I agree with that too. And I think to add to that is the gruesomeness of his injury. Like, everybody saw that and everybody looked away, right? Because and so just
cramp.
no, it was not a cramp, Tony. It's very similar to Alex Smith's situation, where just the gruesomeness of the recovery process and the fact that, like, they almost had to amputate this dude's leg. Really added to the story of comeback player of the year. So I would say that for Dak, everybody looking at that, the massive question marks about his recovery and whether or not he'd be back. It's going to take some stuff, but I think he's the most capable of the list of people of racking up numbers that go, wow, he overcame something.